You are listening to the Gate 7 International Podcast, a podcast connecting Olympiacos fans from Melbourne to Baltimore, from London to Piraeus. We are 4 Olympiacos fans from every corner of the world, bringing you news and interviews of the team you love in English. With new episodes twice a week, you'll never lose the latest updates and stories of the team you love. This is our team, our city, and our land. Man Aoniro Trello. You're listening to the Gate 7 International Podcast.
Welcome again, everybody, to another edition of Gate 7 International. I'm your host, Adi, and Lambro is here as well. A little bit of a somber afternoon, evening. Unfortunate loss. Lambro, how you feel, buddy?
Not great. That wasn't fun to watch today. I didn't watch the first half, but it wasn't really enjoyable. First loss of the season. I don't know.
It was tough.
Yeah, it wasn't very enjoyable, but okay. We can talk about it later, but I don't know. It wasn't enjoyable.
Well, Lambro, I have something maybe to make that loss sting just a little bit less.
Perfect.
And that is our special guest, Dimitris Kalogerakos, guys, the goaling specialist who has trained for Olympiakos. He has been training goalkeepers for Olympiakos for the last few years. Goalkeepers such as one Tsolakis that everyone loves and everyone is looking for the future of Olympiakos. We are going to be bringing him on board in just a second, but just a couple of quick housekeeping items as always. Guys, there is a documentary coming out for Olympiacos DC. For those that remember, we had the Clash of the Academies back in January. So there is a lovely edited documentary about that. And it's going to start off the documentary series for the Olympiacos DC team that is competing in 4th Division United States. So we're really excited for that. It's going to be, it's pretty good. I got to see the first cut already. And when the final cut, I'm sure, is going to be even better. And lastly, everyone, if you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button. We here at G7I, we are on a mission. Lambro's on a mission. I'm on a mission. We're here to make this red and white community the international community Olympiacos deserves. We're an elite European club, and we deserve an elite European international community. So if you haven't done it already, hit that button at the bottom, like and subscribe. Help us grow this community and make it exactly as big as it should be. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring here our special guest, Dimitris Kalogerakos. Dimitri, how are you doing today?
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Yasu Ari, Yasu Labro. Fine, thanks. Thank you for the invitation. It's a great pleasure being here in this international podcast for our team Olympiacos, and I can share my experience from Olympiacos Academy youth system about goalkeeping, and I would like to give you also the congratulations for your podcast for keeping the Olympiacos flag internationally live.
Thank you so much, Dimitri. We really appreciate the kind words. Now, to get everything started, tell us your history with football, with Podosfero. How did you get started? Did you play when you were younger? And from there, how did you get started as a goalkeeping coach or goalkeeping specialist?
Well, from always, I used to practice football from the first moment, from the first time as a goalkeeper. From 7-year-old, I started playing football in local level, and after I realized very fast that this is my love. So goalkeeping and my passion for playing football all the day. So passing the years, working hard, and with the support, of course, of my family. I made this dream to play as a professional footballer, to make my first steps in Greece. I am from Athens, so being in the youth system in Greece helped me a lot to have some good steps to try abroad. So in my 70 years old, after some experiences in Greece, I tried to go and play abroad, and I went to United States because I had a scholarship. Yes. So it was a great pleasure to see how a great experience to see how it works in the United States. So I would like to highlight this because also you are in US also, and I will never forget this experience in Real Salt Lake in Arizona. I have many friends from there and from other states, made from football, and many Greeks also, and we keep in touch, of course. People and coaches there helped me to improve myself as not only as an athlete, but firstly as a person. And I discovered the system in US and how it works. And when I finished also school, because I was in this age in last class of school, I was in the United States. So then I left, and I went to Spain. It's just I was trying to find a club that I can have a pro contract in my 18 years old abroad, because in the United States very good the system, but it's about you have to be in university, and then for these years I went to many universities, mostly in California. I visited, I saw the system, and I liked, but okay, the decision from with my 18, I was not 18, 70 years old and a half, to continue in Spain. So I get some invitations, and then for until my 21-year-old, I played in some clubs. I played in Fuenlabrada and Moratalaz and Rayo Vallecano second team, as was my last experience in Spain. So I had many experiences, not only about, as we say, not only football, but also how you have to control yourself living abroad, away from your family. You have to program your whole life and outside of football, as you live alone, and also improve and work daily to achieve your goals and your dreams. And after, in 21 years old, I decided to move back to Greece in the last weekend of August because of some invitations also that I had. So I had to decide if I stay in the club if have some games there or not have, as to go on loan or not go on loan. So I moved to Greece in second division, and then after I have to say that it was a very difficult decision to move back to Greece, but also as always I want and I prefer is to look in the future, to look in long term, if I can say long term, and see my future. Now, as I can connect my coaching, my coaching work with football, how was this change? When I said before, I was looking for a long term, my long term as a person, long term future. In Spain, I worked in amateur level as a coach. Also, it's something that also people doesn't know this because I started from Olympiacos as a coach, but originally I practiced as a coach because I was in collaboration with a university there, studying sports management and coaching, football coaching, grassroots. So I was searching, apart from 19 years old, some experience to see how is coaching in a different country, how the system looks like, how it works from the other side, not as an athlete, as a coach, I mean. So I asked from some clubs to have trial as a coach. 90 years old, not speaking very, very well in Spanish. And after some weeks, I convinced some people in 5th category in Loranca, in south suburbs of Madrid, near to Fuenlabrada, to have an experience as a coach. It was really nice. It was really nice because they told me, I remember the first phrase, okay, I was 3 weeks going in the same office and asking, please, I would like to have a trial as a coach. I play in Fuenlabrada, but it was another team in Loranca that I was asking to go in some part-time job. And they were saying, no, we have someone. But I had the luck. I was lucky to meet a coach there that he gave me the opportunity, and he told me that we will give you just one chance, and then we will see. We can't promise nothing. So I remember this day because this night, because I didn't slept the whole night, because I was preparing the training, how it can be, what I should do. But I am very optimistic, and I stick to the plan, as we can say, like determined as a person, if I put a goal. So after this training, we went to the office and they asked me that if I can stay, if I want to stay. They liked the training. They spoke with goalkeepers, and also I have to say that it wasn't youth level, it was first team. So my experience was directly in first team in 5th category. Okay, in Spain it's okay. The level is very good. So I had my first part-time job, and until go to Rayo Vallecano, I was also alongside my player career. I was also coach, part-time coach, just for experience. And I never imagined that this is gonna help me to reinforce my skills, not only as a coach but also see from the whole spectrum of football, from different corners, how a coach thinks, for example, and not see only from the prospect of the player. So it was very good because I was also very young. Okay, then I have also to say, because it's very important, that when I was abroad, we made the collaboration with Olympiacos soccer schools in the official network. So from until this moment, I own a soccer school in Glikanera in Athens. That is in the network of Olympiacos, and so it's very. I say this because when I was for vacation every summer in Greece, everything is connected. You're gonna see now how it's connected, like football, soccer schools, and Olympiacos. And every summer, for 3 summer periods in a row for 1 week, I was an assistant and volunteer assistant goalkeeper coach in Olympiacos summer camps. Olympiacos makes these summer camps a lot of years, and also the club is pioneer in this in Greece, in the schedule and the organization of these camps, summer camps. So through this network of Olympiacos, I had the opportunity to go as a volunteer to help the goalkeeper coach that was leading the summer camp. The summer camp is has many parts, and also goalkeeping part. So also, if I remember correctly, I was I was 19 years old in my first experience as a volunteer goalkeeper coach there. So after next year again, so we were renewing for next year, and this it's how it's connected myself with Olympiacos from the moment that I had the opportunity in 2018 to have an interview for a job in the official academy, in the academy. So Olympiacos summer camp, Olympiacos soccer schools network gave me the opportunity to from the people from Olympiacos people to meet me, how I work, how I am, and see. So this is mutual. You understand what I mean? So
right.
And then this is how the story begins. I never imagine if sometimes I'm thinking about this and these circumstances and this how it happened from some volunteer summer camps in ages of I was still a goalkeeper. I was still a player, and I just go to make volunteer because of my vacations in Greece. And through this network, after was this point to stop in football and have this transformation to coaching. I prepared before because when I was in Greece in Olympiacos soccer school that I have always incorporated the goalkeeper part. So I was practicing every day as a goalkeeper coach and studying also with licenses to upgrade in this part also. So in some months that I was in Greece playing and training in the mornings with the second division team, and in the afternoons I was in my soccer school. So at this time of transformation and being in Greece, first months after many years, I had this proposal to go had the invitation to go for to speak about this job. And I have to confess that when it was my first day there to speak about this, I hadn't even have clear in my mind if what I'm doing what I'm doing here, is it true that I will make an interview with official Olympiacos Academy and what it's gonna bring? It was so strange. I was 22. Yes, 22. It was July. 22 was in June is my birthday. So 22 and 1 month. It was this interview, as I remember. And this is the point. So I made your story and I made a pass. I made a pass to the coaching career.
And was that difficult, you'd say, to decide to change to coaching, to decide you're done playing career and give up on that and go to coaching? Was that a difficult decision? And to come back to Greece and leave Spain, how was it difficult?
All this was a sequence of a lot of hard decisions in a row. I mean that firstly, go back in Greece. I never regret for something if it was good or not. I always support myself in the decision, and I know what I want. So it was last weekend of August. The story is that I was in Mirandes for a loan from Radio Vallecano, so to look for some games and be in the first team, part of the first team, and play with the second team, the filial. So we didn't have a deal. They need some other terms, I need some other. So I made the precision. They need to stay, but we didn't have a deal. So I was pressing for some weeks to make something in this, but it didn't change. So after some years, I saw that I didn't have a lot of potential maybe for the future there. So I decided to go back to Greece to have some professional experience in more in upper categories, and then go back maybe to Spain with some more professional games and experience to to negotiate back with the team. So to go with in Greece to win some experience as games. And okay, after going back to Greece, seeing also the situation, and also especially second division, everybody understands what I mean, how also it's structured, and I looked also myself starting also every day making trainings every afternoon with being attached with coaching also. I was starting to balance about future because I saw that my studies in coaching are in sports management. That was my first target, was very in a good flow. So balancing this, I saw that maybe my future in coaching, as everybody was pushing me and all friends and all the environment, that you will be a very good coach. You can do something in this also. Was pushing me to this side, and also I had some traits of coach when I was a player. I always remember, like try to teach my players in some way, or analyze myself or the game, and be the coach in the game, in the field, like the assistant coach as a goalkeeper, seeing the game and have a good game understanding. So all these circumstances, they are pushing me to this side. I think it was something natural that it goes to a channel and starts to work automatically. That happened.
Dimitri, what I wanted to, because I know we have you for a limited time, I wanted to shift the focus real quick to the strategy that you had at Olympiacos when you were training the coaches with development. So you had a lot of experience as you were moving. You were in the United States, you were in Spain, and then in Greece. So you
Yeah.
actually got to see a lot from different countries. So when you were at Olympiacos and you are involved in the talent development, what do you look for in a goalkeeper that before you even begin to decide this is a player that I can develop? What do you need to see first before you decide whether or not this is a player that you think can go forward?
Yeah, moving also in many countries, I gain more experience. I have been to many countries, and I still going. Okay, of course, about Olympiakos. Olympiakos is the best team in Greece, and this means that as we have best facilities and best technical staff. We should have a good mirror, that is the academy, and your academy will feed the first team with the best talents. As we can match here also soccer schools, that also we can bring some talents through scouting. So about what we are looking on this, of course, I can say a phrase that we use very often, is the winning mentality. Winning mentality means that as Olympiacos has to bring players to the first team only, we are looking from some profiles that in the mentally they can support first this, and after, of course, you have a puzzle of some aspects that the goalkeeper should complete. Like I can say in general, and then I will specialize. Like as we can say, in the technical, tactical, psychosocial, and physical and mental aspects, they can make a puzzle. Now, the issue is that this is just in general, we have to split in ages. As we are in academy, we are looking for a long-term improvement. And so that means that we have to develop the players because the goalkeepers, because there is no goalkeeper that you will recruit and say, this is perfect, and we just start training. You have to develop because of their young age. So we can split the parts as you know, we have until under 10 until under 19, and this is under 23 in the first team. So under 10 and under 14, we have one block. Under 15 and until under 17, one block, and under 19. In fundamental phase, that is under 10 to under 12, we are looking for different profiles, and not different profiles. I'm sorry. I mean in different aspects according to their age. So, for example, in this age, you can see if we speak about from the physical aspect, you can see in scouting a tall boy with some characteristics that you say, for example, he's tall enough for goalkeeper. But in this age, for example, you don't know his biological maturation level. I mean, from a scientific approach, we have to see not only the chronological age that he's 11-year-old, he born in 2000, for example. In this year, we have to see the different ages to avoid the relative age effect. So in the different ages, it can be the mental level in maturation.
Quick question for you, Dimitri. You brought up briefly actually height, and there was a question that we had in the comments. How important is height for a goalkeeper? And is there a specific height that you look for, like 180 centimeters, 185 centimeters? Is there like a limit to what you are willing to accept for somebody that is a goalkeeper, even if they have skill? Or if they're maybe shorter, not as tall, that maybe less than 185 centimeters or less than 180 centimeters, could they still make their way as a goalkeeper? Or are you looking really for 185? I know Thomas Vachlik is 188 centimeters, I think, 188, 190. Is that what you want in terms of height?
Yeah, it's a good question, but it's different when we speak about academy. For example, as I was speaking from the profiles. For example, we have from the fundamental age, and then we have the development phase, and then the competition phase. When you see a goalkeeper that his growth is already 100%, we can start and speak about we need a goalkeeper from this height minimum. But you see, of course, in Olympiacos, yes, we have some standards. First team has different standards from under 17. They are not very far, but you have to see where you want to go. So, I mean, goalkeeper in Olympiacos has to be a success story of transfer, maybe, like José Sa. So, you have to meet the international standards from the whole aspects. But now we are speaking about the aspect of height, and that's a physical aspect. So, you have to know where you will sell your goalkeeper, or well, you will resell or something. So what they need to see, and what also we have to bring. Of course, for me, it's a matter of effectiveness. If a goalkeeper is effective, of course, it has to be 183 or 184. This is my personal opinion, but it has to be effective. And of course, we have to see this goalkeeper can, how would you say, can face the high level, because Olympiacos is high level, it's Champions League level. So your goalkeeper has to fulfill these requirements. This is about and also one information about hate in academy, from a scientific prospect. You see that he's you see, as I said before, a kid that is tall, but you have to measure what he hate in the future, maybe. So why to have a goalkeeper? It's a good question. Why to have a goalkeeper now that you know that in 3 years he will be 177? He's good for now, but what for the future? So in academy, you have to balance the now with the future. He makes the work now. He's very good. He's 14 years old, but in 70 years old, maybe can't compete. And in Olympiacos, you need the best possible outcome. So what's gonna happen? This is some questions that are very crucial for academy level.
And if I can jump in, I have a question as well, because
yes,
you say when you evaluate for the future, it feels like goalkeeper is one of the positions where the players peak maybe a bit older than, like, we could see a midfielder play in the first team at 18 or 19, but at Olympiacos and many other teams, goalkeepers usually don't get a chance so young. We see goalkeepers break through, like I think Jose Sa, 27 years old, Vaclik's a bit older. It seems like it's harder for a young goalkeeper to break through, not just at Olympiacos, but in general. They typically, people say goalkeepers become their height at an older age than regular on the field players. Like, is that part of the development process? And what would you say about that? Like a young goalkeeper being able to play for the first team?
I believe that is clearly the plan that you want to follow. So before the season, you have to establish your plan and say, for example, we have this roster of goalkeepers. So let's see how we'll use them. So you are the first, second, third, or whatever. So we have to see when you have some in a group, some goalkeepers that they are experienced, goalkeepers in age experienced. You have to see with the young that you have in the group, what you want from this plan. So from every goalkeeper, you want a prospect, a plan. I believe that in Greece it will be better to support younger goalkeepers, Greek young goalkeepers, and believe to the plan, because you will have some, of course, you will have some fails. Everyone has, of course, in young age it will happen. So you have to know what I am doing. I support until which level. So before you have to see until which point and how long. For example, you can say that this is the hot prospect, this goalkeeper. So how we will handle? He will play just some games and see how it's going. We will give him anyway like 10 games and then we will evaluate. But here it comes, of course, the discussion again about what we want to see, because if you want to win the championship, are you able as Olympiacos, because you are Olympiacos and you should win the championship and have a good results in European Cups also. So can you support with the young? This is the question. Okay. Furthermore, I can tell you only my opinion because of what decisions it's gonna be in this. This is something different. Personally, as Dimitris, I always believe that as Greece and as Greek football, we have to support more than every time the young goalkeepers because maybe you can don't think that okay, we will put the young goalkeeper and he will make mistake. Okay, he will make mistakes and maybe you will lose a game. Okay, it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that if you play with a young goalkeeper, you will lose the game because of the young goalkeeper. Sometimes, yes, it can happen, but I think in long-term run, you will, if you support and you are sure that is a good prospect, maybe at this goalkeeper supporting and protecting him, you will win more. I mean, in not only in national team as Greek national team and as club, but also as club in economic level, because the whole Europe is seeing Olympiacos. So if you bring a good talent and goalkeeper also that plays one, everyone will see. And if worths as a value as a goalkeeper, we will follow some other examples of other countries in the measurements in the size of Greece and Greek football, that they bring goalkeepers to bigger teams, and these clubs are taking are receiving money. It's about your philosophy, just your philosophy, what you want to do,
right?
But be stable in the philosophy, not change.
Yeah. Of course. And I wanted to ask you about somebody in particular, because you just kind of gave us some very good points about the identification in the fundamental phase and what the plans are for some of those goalkeepers, and it's different. And so I wanted to take kind of those general things that you told us and apply them to a specific player. This is a player that people are very excited about already. Very young, 19-year-old goalkeeper. He plays, right now primarily for the B team. He's played some games for the first team as well. Konstantinos Tsolakis, and a lot of us are very excited about him. And Lambro brought up earlier that a lot of goalkeepers, you don't see them really start to break into first teams till they're 25, 26, 27 years old. In terms of Tsolakis, is it realistic for people to expect him to become a part of the Olympiacos team or to feature at such a young age? Or is it more likely that we would see him maybe 5 years or so down the road?
Okay, I see about Konstantis, because when I was there in first days, he arrived. I remember this moments. His development from the I can speak from the first months from Olympiacos, not before, from first months. He incorporated with the first team, and also his skills, not only as a footballer, also as a person, in learning. I mean, he's a good learning. He's very high. So it's very important to see how a kid in young age he's enough mature to have this mental resilience to copy with the pressure of Olympiacos and first team, and so we saw this from first, and me personally from first moments. And you see also as beginning and say as a person how focused he is. He's an excellent student, and you see how he has this narrow concentration and his professional manner. So it's very important. That's why I say after about about his performances. I see that handling very good the environment. He has very good game understanding, so he can handle also his emotions and the electric environment that can have has a game, like when he make his debut, and also when he played against PAOK and Cup some years before, when he started to introduce even with in the pre-seasons, in his first pre-season, and also saving a penalty and making some performances that he deserves. He deserves, of course, more, and I think it's matter of time and circumstances to get more chances. But it's good. I think, and all this generation in his age, that we have a B team now, and you can be in some games. It's very important. It's something else that you asked me about Zoulakis to tell you.
Oh, if it was you kind of got there already. I was just asking if it was reasonable. There were some people that were hoping that maybe in a year or two he would become the starting
Yeah,
goalkeeper. I thought
yeah,
maybe it was more reasonable that maybe we wouldn't see him for a few years and maybe people are too excited.
yeah. Okay. This I can't say more about this, but maybe it's matter of, as I said before, matter of circumstances, matter of how many goalkeepers you have in your roster, when is this time, what's the plan. This is never one thing that's going like this. And also in football environment, there are different corners that we have to consider to have a result. So I wish that he will be in first choice in soon. And this is good for not only for Olympiacos, of course, for Greece. We have to see the overall view,
Yeah.
and then start to bring also other goalkeepers like this. Is very important.
Of course. Of course. Yeah. And hopefully, we all hope that maybe one day he could be the next Nikopolidis for us, or maybe even the next Lefteropoulos for us. That would be wonderful, that if Zoulakis could become the next really big, especially Greek goalkeeper for Olympiakos. I know that I would love that. I know Lambro would love that. And I know that most of our followers also would love that as well. And Dimitri, thank you so much. I know we've kept you for a very long time. I know
It's
you
okay.
told.
It was my
I know
pleasure.
that we.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And please tell everybody where they can follow you so they can keep up with the work that you're doing and any projects you have going on.
Yeah.
If you have social media, tell everybody where to
Yeah.
follow you.
Yeah, of course. I have also my personal projects in mentor goalkeeping. It's worldwide. Apart from the team I work or something, I do this project. This is working the whole spectrum of goalkeeping for education, goalkeeper coaches, education in English, and also with training products. Um, they can find in Facebook and Instagram, in email, and feel free to for anyone to contact me for anything. It will be my pleasure, and share my experience and knowledge for everything.
What's your Instagram? Where can they find you on Instagram?
Yeah, it's just you put mentor goalkeeping. You put mentor space. It's a line space. Goalkeeping, and in Facebook also I have my page as Dimitris Kalogerakos, mentor goalkeeping. So they can find uh, also there. For my part, I wish you also good luck, and good luck to also to Olympiacos, because I'm Olympiacos fan, by the way. So
Of
it's
course.
very, very, very important for me, from every time, everywhere, my work or something. I'm Olympiacos. Okay, we're professionals, but okay, Olympiacos. From my young age, I was with a T-shirt of Olympiacos, so that's never changed, of course.
You can't leave the logo. You can't leave the fanella. It's always a part of you.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
thank you again so much, Dimitri. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you for your insights, and we hope that one day in the future we'll have you again to talk to
Yeah,
us
yeah, of
more.
course,
We would love
of
that.
course, we can see more.
So, guys,
Thank
follow.
you.
Oh, thank you so much, Dimitri. Guys, remember you can follow Dimitri at mentor_goalkeeping on Instagram. And then, of course, you can find him, Dimitris Kalogerakos. Thank you again so much, Dimitri, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you, you too, and all the best for everyone, and thank you to everybody.
Thank you. Well, boys and girls, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that made this loss a little bit easier for you to stomach. We had Dimitri here talking to us about goalkeeping and gave us some behind the scenes look at the development process at Olympiakos for goalkeepers. He even gave us a little bit about Zoulakis, which was really fun. So now, boys and girls, we can go ahead and get into some post match. Lambro, you shared some of your feelings already earlier. Go ahead, man. I know you didn't really watch the first half, but so I will tell you at the very least.
Yeah, can you explain what happened the first half? There you go,
The
because I
first
didn't
half,
watch it. So
look, there's a lot of doom and gloom in the comments about it, even though we were already uh yeah, okay, we're not gonna get I never expected us to be invincible, right? I never expected that. Um so all things considered, Aris is always a tough opponent for us. They're always very physical, and in many cases, have players that get injured during these games. We had Ba with a busted lip at one point. El Arabi was bleeding from his arm at one point. Doesn't matter. It's always tough. And I didn't think, even though I didn't think we looked great, I didn't think we looked super poor. But the thing for me was, and this is something you didn't get to see, was that I was very disappointed when I saw Carvalho subbed before halftime.
yeah,
I
that was
thought
fucked. I don't
I
know.
th yeah, I
Just
thought
read
that was
about that,
kind
but
of I thought that was insulting a little bit to the player. Now, I understand because I believe it was Kostadopoulos that was speaking about it in the second half, and, in between Mikali screaming and everything, I thought I could hear him talking about the yellow cards and the worry.
hold on, shut the fuck up with all that shit with Ba and bullshit, and he's gonna sub a player off, a central attacking midfielder, for a yellow card.
Right.
That's such bullshit. Like with Martins, I am so done with him. I can't wait until he's gone. Like, what bullshit? João Carvalho has finally brought some. Okay, I'm going off now. Thank you For everyone who's still here, God bless your soul. But what bullshit is that? João Carvalho is the only player who's decided to fucking turn up in the past 3 weeks, and Pedro Martin subs him off for a yellow card. Are you kidding me? He's lost it. Like, are you kidding? And Usain Ba like almost broke a guy's leg like 4 times in the second half, and he plays.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we watching? Is this a joke? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not like mad that we lost. Like, I'm just mad because Martins is incompetent and has lost the plot. Once he's gone, it's going to be fantastic. I hope it's the summer. I really hope it's the summer because it makes no sense. Carvalho is finally putting some sparks into Olympiacos, and you take him off at halftime and destroy his confidence because of yellow cards. Are you kidding me? And Usain Ba gets sent off every other week. Are you kidding me? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've lost it. I've lost the plot. I just hearing that you talk about that is such bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
he couldn't
Look,
take
even
Usain Ba off against Ludo Goretz for yellow cards, and he's doing this shit. Like, come on.
Yeah,
It's
I
bullshit,
don't
anyway.
necessarily buy that either. You know, even though it was an explanation, and I
Bullshit.
unless there was
Like
something
usual.
else going on, I don't buy it. I think you know, even though he wasn't playing, I'll preface this by saying I didn't think Carvalho was having his best game today. I think we saw
It doesn't
better
matter.
at the
It
very
doesn't
least. But
matter. Who? Mari
right.
Camara out of position is going to come in and save the day.
And he didn't, and that was a negative change. But the whole point
What
was I didn't think he
is going
deserved to
on
come
at this
off.
football club? Like, it's just ridiculous. He's lost Europe. Okay, good for you. He's gonna lose us the cup again, like usual. And like, just like, oh, it's how can we do this? What are we doing here? Like, we can't. The football team does not play football. Like, it is terrible to watch. Our eyes hurt every game, for a year and a half now. Are we gonna pretend like this is not happening? Like, he doesn't even get results anymore. Like, what are we doing here?
It's one loss.
No, it's one loss, but we lost 3-0 at home against Atalanta. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Like,
there's another question.
I
that
am
have
so
for
ready
you.
for him to be gone. Like, this is this like a bad joke I'm in? Like, what are we doing here? What are we? I don't know. I just fuck's sake. I don't
Well,
know.
then let me
I'm real
ask
upset.
you.
Like, Adi, I'm just so
I
tired of
look.
this shit.
You're animated. You're animated. I get it. I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed with how that kind of made its way, because I also wasn't a huge fan of him getting taken out. But I did think that we did see, at least in the last couple of games, that there is a what's the word I'm looking for? There's a common denominator, right? We have looked the best this season when we've had a proper 10 playing in the 10 position. And in that case, it's
It's too
Carvalho.
logical. It's too logical. We want to re-sign Mathieu Valbuena. We need to re-sign Avram. Like, this is not a professional football team. This is not run well. Like, what the hell are we doing here? What are we doing here? And I see this comment from Thrilos32. Martins feared Carvalho taking yellow
He
cards because
was,
he was
yeah,
angry at the ref.
I will say that. He
But
was
he could
yelling at
wait
the
7
ref.
on at
I
halftime.
could see
Even
that from
talk
the
to him.
screen.
I don't give a shit if he was yelling at the ref, because fucking Usain Ba punched a ball at a referee the other time, and he's back, baby. He gets a red card with Ludo Goretz. He's back. What the fuck? What are we doing here? I'm just so tired of it. The logic and the favoritism for certain players is insane. Carvalho clearly wasn't Martin's choice, and he's just like, oh, Carvalho got the yellow card. It's time to ruin him. So I just want him gone so quick. Ba was fucking awful tonight. And why is Ba still at this football club? It's Ruben Semedo 2.0. Like, the club can't even sell someone. Like, throw him out. Like, what the hell are we doing here? I'm just,
Yeah.
what are we watching, everyone? Like, let's be real right here. What are we watching? It's a joke. It's a joke this season. Like, it's been a joke for a year and a half, and we gave him 2 years more. Like, we've had enough. We've had enough. I don't know. Is anyone in the comments going to say the professor is going to save us? Like, thank you for the memories. I've said it many times, but it's time to go, because where we're going is Conference League. Like, where we're going is PAOK is going to beat us in 2 weeks in the cup. Like, Is that what we want? Is that the level Olympiacos is? Like, is that what we're happy with? I'm so tired of this shit. Eleftherios, man, I'm so tired of the shit I've had to watch for 2 years. Like, it's not even football. It is so tragic, the football we play. Like, I turn on the TV and my eyes bleed every freaking weekend. Like, when I see Olympiacos is playing in 30 minutes, I get depressed. Is this Olympiacos? Like, is this what we want? Is this what we want? Is this our expectation? I don't know. I give him a contract until he dies. I don't know. Maybe that's what you all want. I'm just having I think I've just hit the breaking point. When I was in the stadium for Frankfurt, I lost it, seeing the players uptight. When I went to the Kariskaki to see us lose 3-0 to Atalanta with no one showing up, and the players don't even clap, the fans are shit. Like, I'm tired with this group. Martins, the professor, and bullshit. Like, it's time to go. I don't know. It's time to go because... And it's not even tonight, like, who gives a shit about it losing to Aris? Like, we've already won the league, but
Yep.
the football shit. There's no consideration for the fans. There's nothing. It's the same shit with Madi Camara playing the 10 and bullshit. Like, anyway, the sooner this is over, the sooner for maybe not even the better. Maybe they'll bring in some other idiot, but like, just give us something. Just give us something to watch because I can't deal with another year of this. But
Yeah,
that's it for me. I maybe Adi, you have something. Maybe you weren't expecting me to be so pissed off after one half. I think I'm just so fucking tired of this and us coming on here and pretending like everything's normal. Everything's not normal. Team sucks, guys. Team's awful. Like, they gotta fix this. Will they? Who knows? Is Pedro Martins the guy to do it? I hope not. Let's see. That's it.
well, you do have some people that agree with you. Eleftherios Machinis thought you were being dramatic, but you do have some other individuals that agree with you. Kevin Milaras, we need something freaking new. I am sick and tired of this plan. Every year will be worse with Martins from now on. For real, Marinaki said we renewed him because he is a good friend of mine. Awful. And we have Pedro Martins here. I know go. Remember Arsenal. And then he follows up. We needed Henry.
We needed Henry. We needed Henry. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say anymore because we've been saying the same shit for 2 years. Like, tonight just represented everything for 2 years. Like, how many passes will this guy get? Like, that's what I'm trying to get. Like, and the gall of some fans say, don't criticize Martins. Remember the good times. It's been 2 years. We lost the cup final with PAOK. We play like shit. We lost 3-0 at home. Are we gonna raise our standards at some point and say enough of this shit? Like, or...
Well, I don't think he's not going anywhere before the end of this season.
He's not going anywhere. And
he's not going anywhere.
Just it's disappointing, Adi, and I don't know. Maybe we can wrap on that, but
I will say this, and this will be my final thought.
The last 2 seasons have sucked. Like, what a joke they produced.
I'd say the last season and a half, because the first half of last season wasn't bad. We actually did contend.
With Rafinha, Holebas,
we didn't make the right moves at fullback, which is what hurt us in Champions League, but we had some pretty good performances in Champions League.
And with Fortunis, and that's it. The rest was Bruma and bullshit. Like, I don't know. It's all the same.
I will say this as we begin to wrap up for, some final thoughts before we wrap up here. What the trend I'm starting to see with Martins is that the downturn started when Martins started playing around with the system. 2 straight years it was 4-2-3-1, and that was it. That's what we did. We stuck with it, and we made what players worked in that system. Then last year, and I understand because of COVID and there were some adjustments made and things happened. Mm-hmm. We didn't have the market that we wanted. We made adjustments. Okay. But I don't understand why we then, after we made those adjustments to get through that season, why we then doubled down on those adjustments and then made it worse. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Like, if I would be more amiable As of right now, I'll say I'm indifferent whether he stays or goes, but I will be a lot more amiable or amicable, if the word is, to him staying if I have certain guarantees. And that guarantee for me is 4-2-3-1. That's the system. Stop outthinking of yourself, because what I'm seeing him do reminds me of Rafa Benitez. Do you remember when well, you're too young probably, but Rafa Benitez did very well at Liverpool. But then he also, when he goes to a place, he does very well for a season or two, but then he succumbs to this. He starts outthinking himself and forgetting what it is that gave him success in the first place, until it gets to the point where he loses the plot completely. And I'm worried that that's exactly what's happening here. He's beginning to lose the plot. And this loss, okay, I think he made a bad decision with Carvalho, but I think that in general, if we take the last 3 matches, we've been 4-2-3-1, 4-2-3-1. Today in particular was just a really bad decision. He shouldn't have taken Carvalho out. And unfortunately, I don't see a lot changing. I really don't see him
Nothing's gonna
leaving this
change.
summer.
It's bullshit. It's been the same for 2 years. Like, can we just say it? Can we just be honest? Like, let's be happy we beat Ike 1-0 in the Kariskaki. Let's be happy we beat PAOK 1-0 in the Kariskaki. Like, okay, brilliant. But we're gonna lose in the cup to PAOK in 3 weeks. And when we lose to PAOK in the cup in 3 weeks, if we lose, let me say if, to save my back, he can't stay. He cannot stay. He even, for me, cannot stay now. But when he loses in the cup to PAOK, he's going to stay. Are you kidding me? He's going to stay. And you have people who support this. Like, Martins gives us stability to do what? Lose in the Greek Cup and win the league? Like, Olympiacos has a budget 5 times the rest of the teams. Adi can coach and win the goddamn league. Like, it's not hard. You play fucking Jan Envia, Socrates, and Manulas make more money than the whole defense of Ike. Are we serious? Like, okay, we beat Ike. Nice. Exciting. Like, you spend 20 times more than Ike. Ike is run by Panayotis Kone, a washed-up footballer. Like, what? This is our standard? But anyway, I digress. I'm just saying Martins isn't good enough anymore. It's not fun to watch Olympiacos. Why do we watch Olympiacos? Why do we do all this? Because we like the team, we support the team, we love the team, but also we want to enjoy something. Has anyone enjoyed anything in 2 years? No. The football sucks. It's like a chore. Whenever I see Olympiacos play Sunday night, I gotta watch my eyes bleed 1-0 with Pas Yanina. Are you kidding me? Like, that's my Sunday night? I guess it didn't used to be like this. Can we remember the good days when we would, we're playing Pas Yanina, maybe we'll see something nice. We say bullshit. We see Mari Camara play the 10 and kill birds with shots. Beautiful. Like, let's keep going, guys. The professor. And as Costa said right after the Atalanta game, we keep on dreaming. Let's go, baby. Let's dream. Let's never do anything. But
well, I'll ask you 2 quick questions and just say yes or no. And and not what you want. This is what you actually think will happen.
Okay, tell me.
Martins loses the cup. Is he gone in the summer?
No.
You think even if he loses the cup?
Even if he loses, he will lose the cup. He may even lose. You know what's going to be even worse?
What if he wins the double?
PAOK, if he gets past PAOK and he loses to Panathinaikos in the cup final. If he does that, which he's a big choker. Like, let's remember in the cup, Lamia, PAOK, bullshit. He's good at these things. He almost lost to who we almost lost to? Olympiacos. We almost went out. We need extra time with Olympiacos. Like, the professor. Are you kidding? People say this. I don't know. I in the Atalanta game, we couldn't even complete 2 passes. Like, Olympiacos wasn't even a football team. Like, it was a joke. We're singing and everything, and Olympiacos can't complete 2 passes. Like, what am I watching? This is not football. It hasn't been football for 2 years, but we pay the good money. But ask your questions. He's not gonna go. They gave him a 2-year contract for what? For bullshit.
Well, that was my question. I thought you would say no with 1, and if the double he stayed, but you answered.
If he wins the double, he stays still, and our pain increases. Like, what are we gonna see? Another Gary Rodriguez this summer? Like,
well, Who knows? Well, boys and girls,
This is a big football club. Like, come on, people. Like, we're not a pub side. Like, God damn it, 3-0 at home. Are you kidding me? Everyone said, "Oh, it's Atalanta." Atalanta's like, what is Atalanta? Like, I know they're a good football team, but this team's like in the city the size of Tripoli. Are you like kidding me? Like, this isn't AC Milan. We ate 3-0 at home. Like, what a joke, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I
Well-
just can't take this shit anymore. Maybe everyone, if whoever's watching the post-game Aris, bravo to you, but you've seen me lost it because I've completely lost it tonight. Like, I can't take it anymore. So
well, you're
Eleftherios,
riling up.
good note. Get out of here. Like, I've lost the plot. I'm just
You're riling up the comments. It's late for the guys in Greece. Eleftherios Machinis. Good night, guys. Tomorrow's Kathara Deftera, and we're gonna eat
Kathara
lots of
Deftera's
fish
a
and
nice
octopus.
day.
I need to rest. Lambro, we're
What's
gonna
the
end
fantastic
it
bread?
here.
Lagana? Is that the name of the bread? Lagana? I don't know. I like that bread, the one with the sesame seeds.
I am not a fan.
So that's the one thing I take from Kathara Deftera, but yeah.
Well, guys, I hope Lambro
That's
didn't fire you all up too much where you can't sleep and
Go
get
to
ready
sleep,
for
everyone,
tomorrow.
or good morning. Welcome to the work week. I hope that got you going. So.
For everyone that's still here, don't forget, like, subscribe, help us in our mission to connect all of the Greek soccer fans, Greek football fans, Olympiakos fans worldwide, and make this the best international community that exists. On that note, thank you everyone that stuck around after the interview to talk a little bit about post-match with us. It was another long episode today, but we love doing it for you guys. We love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
So watch the space, more stuff coming out. Like I said, that documentary's coming out from Olympiacos DC featuring all the guys there. Yours truly, since I was there as well, freezing my ass off in New York in the winter. So I hope you guys liked it because I froze for your pleasure. Anyway, Kalinita, everybody. Kalinita,
Kali Sinesia, Kathara Deftera, and it is called Lagana. That's a nice bread. If you can get the Lagana from Veneti tomorrow, go ahead and do it because it's good. Anyway,
until next time, guys, this is Gate 7 International by the fans for the fans.
You just listened to an episode of the Gate 7 International Podcast, a podcast connecting Olympiacos fans from Brussels to Tokyo, from Toronto to Geneva. We are 4 Olympiacos fans from every corner of the world, bringing you news and interviews of the team you love in English. With new episodes twice a week, you'll never miss out on the latest updates and stories of the team you love. If you liked what you heard, make sure to follow us on social media at Gate7INTL. Give us a subscribe on YouTube or even leave a review on all our podcast channels. Until next time, this is our team, our city and our story. Θρύλος είσαι. Στο μυαλό κάτι μαγικό.